Almost perfect timing there. I just went off to make a drink. I've come back now. And as always, we're going to be auditing your channels for the next couple of hours. Let's do this.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.com.
Hello. Welcome to VidIQ, the YouTube tool, channel and learning academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. If this is your first time here on a Tuesday live stream, what we do is we audit your channel, give you feedback, advice, and we have a little bit of fun along the way. And I could not to do this with my trusty steeds in this. First of all, we will welcome into the house Travis. How are you doing this week?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another channel audit session. Having some fun, doing some big things, enjoying the time. I hope y'all are ready for this one.
What is going on? Same thing for you, Dan, in, I don't know, 1080p HD, fantastical, magical color this week?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it took far too long to set up, and I can't promise it'll be like this next week.
Great. Well, awesome that you fixed it for 1 week. Really appreciate that. Fans, tell us what you think of Dan's new layout. Like, give us some emojis, like give us some thumbs up or whatever. See if he actually looks more beautiful this week. Let's do some shout outs. I'm going to go first with the following people that include Brain Freeze, Bobby Demas, Chris Take, Jack Plays VA, Michael Vlog, MC Red Panda. Oh, what's that one? There was something about a kitchen, but he's gone too fast too quickly. Tristan K Gaming, Adam Art, and here we are. Ray Mac Kitchen and Grill is also in the house as well. You're asking if we have a live tech support. We do. Email support@vidiq.com and we'll get you onto your customer service team there. Dan, who else are we saying hello to?
Harry Cobb, Oh My Dog, Dream Spot, Kitten Wispy, Cat something, It's Rude.
What was that? The channel name was Rude.
No, it's Rude was literally the name.
Oh, cool.
Redemption, Comp Addicts, and that's all I got.
And Travis.
All right, IQ Cuber, You Can Uke, Random Gamer, Bolex Simulation, Scrolly, I like Scrolly, Random Beats TAS, and Just for Fun. Oh, shut up, Alexa.
Is that a channel? Shut up, Alexa. That'd be a quality channel, that wouldn't it? Actually,
that's actually a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly sign up for that.
Yeah, shut up, Alexa. I think that's the one that Savage could have a lot of fun with, and he may make an appearance later on. All right, folks, as I say, if you are familiar to this realm of channel audits, what I'm going to say right now is start getting in your tweets, and we'll show you in a little while how it works. But if you're familiar, channel audit, hashtag, do all of that thing, crazy stuff, and so on. But for those who aren't new to all of this wonderful live streaming malarkey that we do here on Tuesdays, this is how we audit your channels. VidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the VidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get-together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the VidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download VidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. So if you're wondering what that huge, disgusting black block was for a second, we had some technical issues just before we went live, which meant that for whatever reason, Zoom stopped broadcasting my co-host, and they're also disappeared now. I need to get this working again. Where are you going? I've made a complete mess of this now. Let's see if we can get this back up and running. I don't know where they've gone. They've disappeared. They'll be back in a second. So yeah, I had to scramble this all together, and I didn't realise that Travis and Dan were at the very top of a layer of Streamlabs. This is not interesting whatsoever, but yeah, I do apologise for that. I'm going to try and fix it for next week. Right, we did something at the beginning of this week on Twitter, whereby we asked people to, it was like a Photoshop competition, where we would see this image of me, and we would offer people the opportunity to Photoshop it, and the best one would get the first audit of this week. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through some of the entries here. We had some not so interesting ones here where I couldn't work out what was going on at any of these, but they gradually got better. Somebody used red text on a picture, and that's never going to work with us. Somebody did historical events. Travis, what about this one? Do you reckon I could take on Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank? I think I've got a shot. Maybe. It's all scripted after all. Then there was some really weird political ones of me just appearing there. Here's me going all gangster on people as well. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, we'll probably be doing this every week now. I like this one as well. I was just having a quick chat there with Susan Wojcicki, I think her surname is. We still haven't decided whether tags work on YouTube. Anyway, the winner was this a lovely tweet here. I am apparently the content cop. Somebody actually managed to Photoshop sunglasses and a police uniform onto me, which was absolutely fantastic. So this is the first channel we're going to audit this week. But do start piling in with your tweets because we'll be going through them very soon. And this came from Brandon, and this channel is a monster of a channel. It is Night Fox, 325,000 subscribers. We had no idea that this channel was of this size when we got the tweet, but we do love to audit channels of all shapes and sizes. It's a gaming channel, Dan, so I'm going to let you try and kick off. We're trying to give advice to a channel which already has lots of subscribers and lots of views.
When I see a channel like this submit, I have to wonder if they were just submitted. Like they're like, I'm good on advice.
They're like trolling us.
I just wanted to draw a fun picture. I would like to take this channel and say to anyone who has a Roblox channel, like, this is a prime example of what you could be doing if you are making thumbnails and you're playing Roblox. One thing you'll notice with this channel is that because they have 325,000 subscribers, the titling structure isn't what we would normally tell a smaller channel to do,
good
right?
Point. Yeah.
It's kind of like Zizzy is secretly evil. We don't know who that is, but it's all in all caps, and it's probably part of some story that this YouTuber is progressing on their channel. So we're probably going to click on it if we're a fan. That's not necessarily to say it's a search term and it's a searchable title, but when you get to this level, that matters a little bit less. You can kind of play to your audience a little bit more and still get 100,000 views. So as far as advice for this particular channel, maybe you could get a lot more views by making the titles even more searchable. But I mean, that's, what else could we say?
Yeah,
right?
It's possible. It is possible. I think the interesting contrast here is that when we look at brand new channels in a gaming area, we think about tutorials and like how can they be more searchable, whereas this creator, as you say, has probably developed a lot of characters over time, telling some stories, and they're doing their own thing, and they have license to do that because they are the size they are. And what we do here is look at how old the channel is and see where they started. And they've been kicking out videos for 5 years. So they've been on YouTube for a very, very long time. But the interesting thing here is, even though the thumbnails were pretty terrible, let's be honest, and they're using episode numbers and like thumbnail wallpaper, They were playing on Minecraft 5 years ago, and they've transitioned onto Roblox, which is, as you will agree, Dan, a very connected types of content.
Yeah.
And so they've kept to their their niche and their superpower, which is fantastic to see. And I would just say that some channels give up on thumbnails when they get lots of subscribers, but this person is doing some fantastic thumbnails here.
Yeah.
It almost feels as if it's not necessarily images from the game per se, but like artistic representations of Roblox, and they've created them themselves. So I think they're spending a lot of time on these thumbnails.
I think these are characters in the game, but they are spending that extra time that make them pop off that screen to make it not feel like
this one
picture.
here with all the pics. How can you sort of recreate that in the game? You'd have to draw that to a certain extent, I would have thought.
Right. You could take the character, but you got to manipulate it a lot to get that effect.
Yeah. So they seem to be posting videos on a regular basis. I mean, there are some view spikes here. Like, I don't know if maybe the piggy ones, for example, it seems to get 100,000 views whenever you touch that particular storyline. So maybe just looking at in the last year, like the videos that performed worse, and like checking out what was the structure of that, the length of the video. I mean, this is all about a successful creator looking at their best and worst content and like trimming out the fat, really, isn't it? More than anything else, I would say. Considering the views they generally get for a 300,000 subscriber channel, very healthy.
Right. I mean, when you're getting 100,000 views on a video that, in my opinion, doesn't really have searchability, it's not,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I don't know the game enough to say, oh, no one will ever search for that term for Roblox, but they just seem like they're playing to their audience more in those titles, and they still get a third of their subscribers or a third of their views to subscriber ratio, like watching. That's crazy.
I was just looking at the community tab, see if you're using that effectively, and they are, which is good. And I guess one thing they haven't potentially tried is live streaming. I don't know if that's something that you could do, like maybe create an episode live. That might be an exciting challenge, or just
Twitch?
Twitch, or maybe just like doing some Q&A with your audience, because I'm sure they might love to hear from you as well. And we'd also be thinking about, like, are you doing merchandising, that type of thing, because you're now essentially a channel that can turn into a business. Are you maximizing the potential income that you could get from your channel? But I mean, we have to give this channel like the confetti of joy. They've broken out as a gaming channel. Well done to you, sir. Okay, that was Night Fox, our first Twitter submission. What we're going to do now is move on to the first channel that submitted through our form, which currently has almost 600 submissions already. Whew, how do we keep up with all of these? But the first channel who submitted was, here we go, not crashed. Okay, 15AR. Travis, don't worry. We're moving on to non-gaming stuff after this audit. So 15AR, this is 3 Fortnite montages a week channel, apparently, telling us exactly what they're going to do. 70 subscribers for this one, Dan. Let's see, they've been on YouTube for a year, but it looks as if they've really started to kick into gear, I would say, in the last couple of months. What are we thinking here? There seems like some good shoots of activity here with 70 subscribers and the views sort of matching that subscriber count. I think there's some good stuff going on here to begin with.
Yeah, I'm seeing them trying a few techniques, and what I noticed is those older videos, they were streaming from the PlayStation and probably thought, well, that looks like garbage, and put something there, just something other than a screenshot from of the PS4 dashboard, which is great. That said, they're streams, so you probably don't want to go back and
these are, but then they're pivoted now to on demand, so you could probably just maybe forget about these. It's like a different part of the journey for the creator.
True. If they went to stream again, though, I'd encourage footage of the game in some regard. Mm-hmm. But so it seems that there are some thumbnail evolution going on, obviously. And what I'm noticing, the ones that are jumping out are the very latest video, and then the one that says most unique. And I think they're jumping out not because they're necessarily like fantastic, but they're just more saturated, just more colorful than the other thumbnails. And I think the characters being cut out like they are to have that glow effect around them. They could have been bigger, they could have been brighter. Maybe the background could still be kind of dark, but the character could pop out more. I think there's too much going on with the colors and the color schemes in those thumbnails, if I'm to nitpick those. And it kind of makes the channel, like when you look at all of the thumbnails, they feel out of place almost. So I think some more work on thumbnails is the first thing I would say.
And presumably they're a montage channel, so I guess maybe looking at the themed stuff that's going on Fortnite might be a good positioned to target like the best sketches in Fortnite. So I don't know, is that a new sort of footwear item that's been brought into the game? If it is, that's a really good way to target something new. I know Deadpool was doing the rounds for a couple of months, maybe at the start of the year. So I think looking at the video. Looking at the different montages there seems to be a good one. But you're just going to have to be patient. A lot of channels have already done this type of montage stuff before. It's going to take a while for YouTube to really find a video and say, right, we're going to push it to this audience because they really want to see it. And there's all sorts of competition. So there's going to be some patience required there. But I think a good start here for 15AR. Let's hope we can do some more good stuff there. Dan, go ahead.
One suggestion for the titles. It looks like most unique Fortnite montage ever actually did pretty well for this channel, which is cool. I would kind of look into that and see what of those words was kind of popping up for people. Why did it get 167 views? Try to investigate that. But with montages, what you could do is take one of the segments of the montage and try to make that the hero. Maybe what you think is the funniest or most amazing bit, and try and lean on that for when you're thinking of your title or something, because you're going to have a lot of videos that over and over and over just name best sketch, most unique, or not sketch, best montage, most unique montage, interesting, you know what I mean? So the sketchers thing might be a good example of that. Like you said, that's probably something that's going on. So it's more things like that, because I think these titles you might struggle after a while to think of more unique and interesting ones.
Lovely stuff there. All right, we looked at 2 gaming channels to kick us off, but we'd like to go through a broad stretch of channels in this first hour before we go more random with our channel audit. So the next one, Travis, I want you to get involved in this, is Rashib Jain. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. 1,700 subscribers. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen this in a channel banner. Time 20. This person presumably is one of the most influential teens according to Time, which is an incredible accolade, as long as it's true. Brilliant stuff to see. Now, they talk about artificial intelligence and clarity, one line of code at a time. I like that as a value proposition. What are we seeing here generally in terms of the messaging in the channel banner and the thumbnails, Travis?
Well, one of the things I do like is that his banner is a just larger version of the avatar. Like I always talk about that, like make them connected in some way, and they're completely connected here. Let's see, how long has he been going here? Is this a newer channel?
Let's have a look. At least a year. So 3 years in total, but I think he probably kicked it up into high gear maybe in the last 10 months, it seems here.
Now I'm trying to figure out exactly what type of content he's doing, because I see I see cryptocurrency only 8 months ago, and then some AI stuff, and then a Discord server thing, and then mutual funds. It's really all over the place. And the problem with this is, and we'll probably come across this at least one other time, so I'm going to say it now to be clear. When someone subscribes on one of these videos, first of all, people don't tend to subscribe on the very first video they see. But let's say they've watched a couple and they just happen to be all related and they subscribe on one. So if I subscribed on the You Can't Solve It, I Scramble It 2019 non-Cuber thing, and then I'm waiting for more funny things. The next one is Ghost, which is a book summary. Then the next one is Tutorial Adreno Wireless Communication. Like I'm either unsubscribing or I'm not watching any more videos. So you've literally, you have to also remember that a lot of people have anywhere between 100 to almost, and we've asked this question before, up to 700 subscriptions. Matter of fact, in the chat right now,
good question.
Count of how many subscriptions you have on YouTube and put the number in the chat. Let's take a look, because you have to remember you're actually competing against not only all of those, but all of the people on the home screen. Now, I actually did a session last night with look at this, 100, 200, 199. Like, you are competing with all of these numbers. Think about that. Now, here's something else interesting. Last night, I did a virtual session with some students at UCLA that want to do their own YouTube channel. And I asked all those students, how do they consume YouTube content? Almost none of them look at their subscribe feed. All of them watch the home feed. So that should tell you something. And these are people who don't necessarily, they're just new to YouTube. They're not creators. They're just viewers of YouTube. And they say, I always go to my home feed. If I get bored, then I go to my subscription feed. So just think about that. Like, how are you going to continue to bring people back? If you want someone to be obsessed about your next upload, you need to give them the same thing over and over again. Because if you're not, the chances of you beating any of those other hundreds and hundreds of subscriptions is very low. Look at these numbers, Rob. Tons, ridiculous numbers.
One thing I noticed in this channel is that they tend to do a lot of like highly technical, artificial intelligence type of content, which is brilliant. But they also have this niche of like Discord tutorials, and so if I sort by most popular, I think, fingers crossed, you're going to see. All right, there's some old videos here, but it looks as if Discord. Or maybe I was wrong there.
It's there.
There's a couple there, isn't there? I almost feel as if there is a Discord specific tutorial channel that this creator could set up separate to all of these things. But yeah, there's Discord there, another one up here. So yeah, when I keep going back to this Discord type of theme, they tend to have a bit of success. I noticed these ones here, these two here, which had like some good views, and then there was another one down here with like 3,000 views. So it's like the go-to topic for the creator is that. So yeah, maybe even at this early stage, there might be an opportunity to silo off some of your content, because we want to avoid this where we have videos with 100 views, which just aren't helping your channel, whereas others that get almost 2,000, which is fantastic to see. So yeah, I think channel focus is something to maybe think about. Thoughts about thumbnails? Too much text, would you agree? Every thumbnail looks a little different. Simplify somewhat.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think some are better than others. The thing is, like, a lot of these remind me of Bitcoin thumbnails. And those are text heavy. So again, I think once you figure out what it is you want to share, you need to adjust your thumbnail style according to that niche.
Yeah. All right. That is Reshab. And well done for being one of the most influential teens.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when you are on the front of Time magazine, can you just be holding like a little VidIQ sticker or some, like an Easter egg on it? That would be fantastic.
Pin.
Nicely done. Yeah, we should get them VidIQ lapel pins. Awesome. Let's move on to the next channel then, which is gonna be Showtime with MZ. Now, Travis, I think you picked this one.
Yeah.
Did you pick this one to trigger me? Because stealing my thumbnail.
Well, I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
right there. That's my thumbnail. You've stolen it. Don't do that, please.
This is the second time that this has happened.
Yeah, it is. People, and when you look at all of the other thumbnails, they're all of a different style, and it's like, I feel as if I've seen that type of thumbnail before. That thumbnail, it's very good, but it doesn't seem to match how good that thumbnail is. It's almost as if this creator's going onto different people's videos and saying, yeah, I like that thumbnail, I'm going to use it for my own. I could be wrong here, but that's the sense I get, considering you stole one of mine. I'm
also really interested in the fact that that's a 22% like ratio. It makes me really suspicious.
Hey,
what's going on there?
Can we click on that video and see if that's
I'm
ours?
curious. Is it even...
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I may get a copyright strike for showing my own video. All right. So no, I think it's all his own stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it looks as if it's all his own content, but the thumbnails are being requisitioned from elsewhere. I might suggest.
They've been savaged. They've been savagely stolen.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually picked this specifically because the value proposition at the top made me kind of laugh, because I knew that it wasn't going to be that.
It's the complete opposite of what we teach, isn't it, on YouTube?
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I know for sure without looking, this is not going to be everything for everyone, because there's no such thing. That's why. Not because this is a bad channel, but because you just can't do that. You can be everything to someone, but not everything to everyone. So yeah, and here's the other problem. You look at this and you don't see any kind of connecting thing. You see history of iPhone. Sounds interesting. iPad Pro review. Interesting. Those are tech things. But then how much money do YouTubers earn? How do you understand who your subscribers are? Like, they're completely different things.
Yeah. It looks to me, if a creator was going to go in one direction or the other, it's the YouTubey stuff. That's Daryl Lee's thumbnail as well.
Oh, where?
This one here, how to properly upload. It looks as if, because Daryl would usually be on the right-hand side there, I'd say, with his pointing at
I see
the
his
text.
shoulder.
Yeah, there we are.
Where? Show me. I need to see this.
This one. That is a Daryl Lee's thumbnail right there.
So,
I can tell
to
by
be
the text.
clear, you can get a copyright claim.
You can.
For thumbnail stealing. I don't know if people knew this. You literally can. You need to remove these thumbnails immediately.
That's I think that's a creator fundamentals one or a Nick Nimmin one.
Bro, you need to change these. You could get your channel taken down today. Like, if those creators saw that and they hit a strike on you, you're done today.
We're gonna let you off.
Yeah, a big channel live stream this and get out.
Oof. You better change that to right now.
What, you mean like the 550 people who are watching right now?
That would be devastating, right? If 500 people saw this all of a sudden.
Now we are joking a little bit about this, but if you want to build a YouTube channel and you want to start monetizing it, make sure it's all of your own content. I know it looks as if you're a younger creator, but like thumbnails are really important, and you need to learn how to make your own thumbnails, which are going to be clickable. So I think that's probably the best advice we can tell.
Yes, you can get copyright strikes for thumbnails. You think I saw someone in chat say you can't. You can. You absolutely can.
All right, so we'll lend that advice there, Showtime. Fix your thumbnails, I think, is the first thing you need to do. Let's take our first tentative steps into the channel audit arena. This is how they need to look, by the way. Include the link of our live stream and also your channel, which is going to help us. I'm going to let Dan pick the first thumbnail, the first, well, here we go. First one.
We have audited.
We've done Tristan before, but that's
but you are a cat there, apparently.
I mean, it was a nice try.
That's just freaky, that one.
Scary.
That's scary. Okay. Any popping out here right now? I love it when Liron just appears from nowhere. Just what's Liron done to deserve that? It's a Red Panda, though. He's had many audits in the past.
I haven't seen too many. I've been trying to keep up with these. I haven't seen too many.
We saw that one last week, but it's not savage. It's not savage.
We're in the old ones now.
We are, yeah. We're back to last.
By the way, you do have a super chat. I think I saw earlier.
All right, we'll cover the super chat afterwards. Well, there's not that many really yet, is there? So,
Here,
any there that you want to?
Yeah, this one with the bobbleheads.
The collectibles. Okay, let's get in. This is the first channel we're going to audit from our Twitter. Stream. So investing Nigeria, investing in stock market, investing in real estate, starting a business. I think we're all going to admit here that you probably want to have some visuals on your channel banner rather than text. And I think that's probably going to play out as well in the thumbnails themselves. There is a lot of red text. Usually we do not approve of red text. It is being used on white backgrounds, which is a little bit more acceptable. But I'm just going to, this is just a test now. Everybody, look at this. Look at this screen, and is your eye drawn to anything in particular on this screen, or are you just blown away by text and your eyes can't focus on anything? I've kind of given you the answer there, but that's my feelings. If I was going to be drawn to anything, it's probably like this mansion, just because it's an image on a lot of text, or these two down here where it's there's a little less text, but far too much text going on here. Travis, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, again, every thumbnail style really should depend on the niche they're in. And again, the question then becomes, what niche are they in? How to watch Netflix free for 12 months? Have you been buying the iPhone the wrong way? So there's stock market, there's mortgage, there's... So I think the original proposition was talking about Nigeria, but...
Yeah, I don't get the connection there.
Yeah,
the latest video.
There are some, yeah. So how to plan a short-term mortgage in Nigeria. So there is some country-specific stuff. But
I think you need to keep it all country-specific because otherwise you're confuse people. The reality is some of this stuff is especially specific to Nigeria and not specific to other countries. If someone clicks on it thinking, "Oh, I can get Netflix free for 12 months," but maybe it's a Nigerian thing, they're going to be upset, leave, and that's going to hurt the view duration. So you need to think about that. If that's going to be your value proposition, nothing wrong with that, but make sure you double and triple down on it so people understand, so they're super clear.
I mean, a really simple solution here might be to just include the Nigerian flag. And I know that sounds really obvious, but if you think about all of the channels out there about making money, saving money, whatever, if you can do it region specific and there's not much competition, which I'm going to assume there's a lot less competition in Nigeria for this type of thing, and you can talk directly to your target audience, then I think just including like a flag or locations in your country and well-known locations is probably going to help you there. With that. So yeah, that is investing in Nigeria. Thank you for the tweet, and we'll move on to the next channel, which is the TKD Bros, which I think is Taekwondo.
Yes.
So 130 subscribers for you chaps, and it looks as if you've really started to kick into high gear with your channel in the last couple of weeks because you're at home. Sorry, what was that?
Kicking.
Kick him.
Kicked into high gear.
Oh, see, I'm doing puns here. I'm not even realizing it. Thank you, Dan. I didn't even notice I'd done that. Again, we're going to talk about red text on thumbnails. It works a little bit here. It's not too bad and it's not too distracting, but I don't know. I'm maybe thinking about changing that up. And I would also think about trying to have a template background for your actions, because I think in some of these thumbnails you can see yourself really well. For example, let's pick out, I think this is a good example down here where we can really see the action going on because the text isn't covering up. I can see that you're kicking a board here, whereas this one it looks as if you added a filter to it and the background is a bit creamy, and like the Superman punch is, the text is a little all over the place here, and then there's another one here where the lighting is completely different, and so again the thumbnail looks a little strange. What are your thoughts, Dan and Travis?
Yeah, I think the text is covering some otherwise really cool action shots, and especially that Taekwondo sampler in the bottom left there. That's something's really cool going on there, and it's being, kind of distractingly covered with red text.
I like the fact that this creator is trying to capture action, and this is really important in Taekwondo, like something where it involves movement. I think you've nailed it there, but you just need to rely less on text and like think about how the colors are going to work on the thumbnails.
I would look at zooming in on some of these a little bit more. Yeah. And if you had a good zoomed in shot that was clear, crisp, and lighted right, I could tell you for sure all of these thumbnails, none of them would need text. Not a single one of them. Because they're all kind of visually interesting. They're just either a little bit zoomed out too far, maybe the lighting is a little weird or something like that. That's the only problem. Otherwise than that, you've done the right thing. Like Normal People versus Taekwondo is kind of funny. Like the thumbnail thought is right.
Yeah.
The execution is just a little off.
Correct. Yeah.
But it's close. It's very close. Videos too.
And the channel is keeping its focus. Everything is about Taekwondo, which is brilliant to see, especially from, it looks like a younger creator, and there tends to be I guess a lack of focus, and they'll occasionally chuck in a gaming video or something, but no, this channel is focusing on one thing, Taekwondo, which is brilliant. Looks as if you're trying to do tutorials. You may want to try and appeal again a little bit more to the basics of like how to do this, how to do that, how to whatever. For example, how to break a board of using Taekwondo might be just a simpler way of telling us a story and including it as SEO. Any other thoughts, Dan, Travis, before we move on? Are we?
I think we covered it.
Fairly good with this one, but I like the channel, and it looks as if there's two of you on the channel as well, which is always something a little unique. How can you add to that? And yeah, just keep pumping out the content. I think you're doing it on a consistent basis. I'd like to see some nicer thumbnails on this one. We'll move on to the next channel, which is The Average Kitchen. 160 subscribers. This channel has been going for 2 months, and I think we'll start with the thumbnails. Travis, what do you think of these?
Some of these are great. Like the last one, best poached eggs, great, well done. Makes me want to eat it. Again, you don't need text with food, generally speaking. The Greek salad needs to be zoomed in more. The chicken parm, I don't need to see your smiling face. No offense.
Yeah, I think this one, French onion soup, we don't need you pointing.
Don't need you. I can see what it is. It looks good. Give me more. Chicken bacon pizza. I want a chicken bacon pizza, but you're in the. I can't. I want to see it. I want to see the chicken bacon pizza. So I think there's different niches dictate whether. I had a call the other day and someone said, well, do I need to be in the thumbnails? Well, for their niche, the answer was yes. But for food niche, all you have to do is generally look at most food thumbnails, and the good ones never have a person in them. They don't need them. You just show the food. That's what the superstar is of the video. Get them to click, and then win them over with your personality. Don't get me wrong, but they don't need to see you. They need to see the food.
Absolutely. Now, The Average Kitchen. My thoughts on this is that the channel is new, so maybe they haven't quite thought about their exact target audience and value proposition here. But what does The Average Kitchen mean to you two? That's just a curious question.
Let me give you an example of a friend of mine who has a channel that's really good about cooking, and it's called JMax Amateur Kitchen, which I think gives you a different thought behind it. It's like, oh, it's an amateur kitchen. It means I can probably do this stuff. Average could mean a lot of things. It's very unspecific. I kind of understand kind of what they're going for, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Just an average kitchen. Bringing some amazing meals. So, I mean, I think the thing is, I know what you're going after. I like the amateur kitchen because it implies that anyone can do it. Average kitchen is almost too kind of pedestrian.
Yeah. I think as a channel name, it's fine, but perhaps a value proposition underneath that.
How about the everyday kitchen?
Yeah, or the everyday cook, or the average cook in 5 minutes. I'm with you, Travis. I get where they're going, but it, like I say, it doesn't have enough spice to now use another food pun. It needs, I think, it needs a bit more punch. Like these thumbnails, really doing well. Because right now, I don't know if you're cooking a particular cuisines. I don't know if you're cooking for breakfast, for meals, whatever. If you're just cooking for everybody, like this feels like cooking for everybody. And we've already said that you're never going to appeal to everybody. There needs to be somewhat of a specific target audience to be going after. So just tweaking the channel focus a bit would be good.
And to be honest, like they're doing well for.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, I mean. 160 subscribers. Every video is getting as many views as subscribers, if not more, which is great. So I think you're already onto a good start there. And I'm guessing this is perhaps a response to the current situation. Like maybe you've got a bit more time at home right now, and you're now creating content. That's brilliant to see. There's a lot of people joining YouTube now, so you're doing the right thing, and you're already off to a great start with just the general presentation of the thumbnails, and I assume the videos themselves will be of a similar quality as well. That is the average kitchen. But what I'm going to say isn't average, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about the channel, but we have an incredible, it's not average, it's an incredible VidIQ Academy where you can take the learnings that you get here in the channel audits and all of the videos that we create every single week. You can take that to the next level with these enormous courses that we have. Just to give you an example, we show you how to launch your channel in 30 days with all of this amazing stuff. We take you through the entire process of how to start your channel in 30 days. I do some videos, Travis does some videos, and it's all great stuff here. And we've got some exciting news on this coming up. I don't know if I should reveal this now or should I reveal it later. Dan, what do you reckon? Should we keep this a secret about the Academy or what?
I'm not. I don't know if I'm the one to. I don't know. Let's not.
Let's just say this.
Oh, I know what it is. It's that eventually I'll have a course in here too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dan's doing a course as well. But let's just say this. Right now, there's a link in the description. If you click on it, you might just get stuck at a screen. But what we're saying is that for very, very soon, you're going to be able to get a little further on than that screen, irrespective of what type of user you are on VidIQ. So if you're a free user, stick around because in about a week's time, you're going to get some more information about that. But that is a VidIQ Academy. Check out the link in the video description. Let's go to the next channel, which is Brick Builder. We seem to audit a Lego channel every single week, and Brick Clicker, sorry, not Brick Builder, Brick Clicker is the one we're going to audit this week. 2,000 subscribers, so you've already had some breakout stuff on your channel, which is excellent to see. Travis, I think this is one of your pre-picked ones, so what do you think of this one?
So I like the name, first of all. I always talk about it having a memorable name. Brick Clicker, I'll remember. Just a great name. And it really starts at that. I see some people with really convoluted Twitter names, YouTube names, and you have to think, like, how is anyone going to remember that? What if they want to tell their friend about this awesome channel called the best seasoned pizza channel.com/342? The Brick Clicker is very easy to remember. Now, I will say this. I like to see a banner that kind of connects a little bit more with the avatar. I can kind of see that there's something that go to Fiverr, spend $6 or $10 and get someone who's really good at making banners to make your banner, and then be done with it. I always tell creators, spend the time creating, spend a little bit of money on the banner, and don't worry about it. Like, don't make it yourself. Get someone who's excellent at doing it. Really knock people's socks off. Now, having said that, there's a couple of videos here lately that have done really well. The Lego Pirates has done well. The Lego Mario just sold out. So there's something there. There's obviously a trend of videos that you should be doubling and tripling down on. I love the fact that I love the titling of the Lego Mario one. Wait, what? Lego Mario is already sold out. So the Lego Mario part is the searchable part, and then the rest is about the human, which is great. So you get people to search, and then they see this title, like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's sold out? I just want to see a review of it. And then boom, look at that thumbnail sold out. Like, it makes you have to click. The Star Wars one is cool. I would probably get rid of the red on the left-hand side and do more of the cool kind of lightsaber-y thing in the middle. But yeah, I mean, it seems like some of these really hit hard and then others just kind of fizzle. So I would look at which ones are doing well and do more of that specific content.
Looks to me generally that when the creator is looking at future Lego sets coming out, like the 2020 stuff, all of those seem to get more views. So when you're talking, it's like news and the latest stuff and what's coming up in the future, that tends to be where you're going, what, Lego's in administration? That can't be right. I wonder if that's a nice little clickbaity video, but yeah, anyway, sorry, getting distracted there. But yeah, when you're talking about future sets, 2021, that type of stuff seems to do well for me. So yeah, continue to look at what's going on in the future. I'm just going to sort by most popular. I suspect maybe there's one or two videos that are broken out on this channel, given that they have... no, so we haven't really had a breakout video, but they've got a nice set of subscribers. But yeah, every time... So here it is. Yeah, anything when it's to do with dates, future stuff... That's where your channel seems to perform best. So concentrating on that. And people seem to come back and watch that content. So yeah, keep it up. Looks as if you maybe had a bit of a problem with likes and dislikes previously. But I think most recently, those seem to have improved, generally speaking. Yeah, you're getting into the yellows now in terms of likes and dislikes. So do keep that up. So well done to you, Brick Clicker. Anything to add from you, Dan, or shall we move on?
No, I think that's... You guys covered it. I like Lego channels, and I was going to say the first thing I noticed was the name. That's going to be very memorable.
Let's quickly look at all the super chats that have been coming in with 550 people who are watching right now. Thank you very much for watching. We like to shout out the people who are sending us super chats, and that includes various ones from MC Red Panda, who keeps sending me this currency which we cannot use. But Savage will be there to steal all of that money very soon. Thank you then for the 55 Nox and the 22 Nox. What is that? Ruples? I don't know. But anyway, thank you for 40 of them from Jazz with a thumbs up. Mr. Rolands, I know how much £1 is. Thank you for that. And wow, Red Panda is the dominant force here in terms of super chats. Thank you very much for all of those. We'll move on to the next channel now, which is Red Head Geek, 120 subscribers, a female gamer. Welcome to the VidIQ channel audits, or I think it's a female gamer. Yeah, it must be your partner there doing some gaming stuff. Dan, I suspect you're going to talk about how dark these thumbnails are, and the fact that they're freeze frames.
Yeah, so just by looking at this channel for a bit, I determined this is probably a live stream channel, and what finally triggered that, other than the 45-minute videos, was the "Be Right Back" screen as the thumbnail for one of them. So I'm going to guess this creator might be using maybe a console to stream onto YouTube. Yeah. And the content is pretty old too. There are a lot of videos as well. But yeah, as always, I would encourage custom thumbnails because it looks like they're scenes from the game. You can always go back in, even if it is a situation where you're streaming from a console, you can always go back into YouTube's editor and switch it up, change the thumbnail out, the title. And then that was the other thing I was going to say is the titles of these videos are probably good for live streams if the game is sitting there. I don't know what game this is, by the way. But if the game is sitting there in its category and the title is continuing with killing these zombos, it's like, okay, so it's someone playing the game. That's fine. But what you got to think, like after it's done, those folks who do go back and watch those, your videos aren't really searchable. So your stream is done, but your video could still be working for you. And so I would still encourage you to put the title of the game in the title of the video.
I would assume it's Dead by Daylight. We've heard that a couple of times, but yeah, as you say, it's only been included in a couple of thumbnails from a few months ago.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Those might be actual videos too. I wonder.
Let's just, again, this is a general question to the audience. Let's just say you're on the home page and you come across that, we'll go for this thumbnail. Mm-hmm. And the question is, does this thumbnail, if you've never heard of a creator, does it compel you to click on a thumbnail? And I would assume your answer is no. And the reason would be is because the thumbnail doesn't really tell us anything. There is zombos in the title, which I presumably means zombies, but I'm not too sure. But continuing with these killing zombos, I don't know what game you're playing, so I don't know if I'm interested in it. I'm not trying to criticize the creator per se, but I'm giving you the viewer's perspective, a potential viewer's perspective. There is very little reason for me to click to find out what's going on here. So that's why messaging, the judging the book by its front cover, and I will say judging videos by their thumbnails, this is such an important thing to think about. And it may be, because all of your videos are live streams, maybe YouTube might not be the platform for you. It might be that Twitch is something that you've got to think about, because I think they're all live streams. But Dan, you're very close to bringing out a video on that. Am I right?
I'm working on it. Yeah, there's a lot to discover about YouTube live streaming, because it is new. It's still something YouTube hasn't fully, I think, taken advantage of. And
it is a question, isn't it, that we need to address, like live streaming versus video on demand, because we see a lot of channels like this, and it's like, this might work on one platform, but you've not tailored it for the YouTube platform. So this is what we need to help you with.
Yeah, I have some theories about it, and again, we'll talk about it in a video, but I still think it's important, even before you go live, to go into your dashboard and treat it like any other video. Put tags, put a thumbnail, put a proper title, because you can still show up in search while you're live. If people search for Dead by Daylight and happen to filter live streams, they can do that. Or if your title just matches that closely, your live stream will pop up above all the video. Hey, this person's live now. So that can happen. I'm not saying it's guaranteed you're going to see this huge change overnight, because live streams are just not promoted as much by YouTube in that way, but it's still better than what's going on now. And I think it will help, especially when your live stream's over. You won't have to do any of that. You'll be done. Like, I already did my thumbnail, my title, and everything. That can just sit now and people can find it. My old live streams still get views. It happens. So I still think it's important to treat those like videos. I think that's the biggest mistake people make live streaming.
Now, I'm just going to bring Travis in here for a second, because in the VidIQ Academy, one of the videos that you talk about, Travis, is you pose this question of what is your superpower? Yeah. And if we look at this channel, potentially the superpower of this channel is a female gamer who plays the horror genre games. And how many of those creators exist on YouTube? And does that mean that you can uniquely position yourself? But does the creator do this enough? I mean, would you agree with potentially like a better pitch here for the channel, Travis?
Yeah, I mean, I like the banner. It kind of gives this indication that, it's a very likely a female creator who just loves horror games. And I feel like there's a lot of little missing things here. The title definitely has, what we talked about. There's a lot of that, but why wouldn't you take
this is a value proposition. Yeah. Try and sell that in the channel banner and all of the thumbnails.
Yes.
Boom.
And I think what you could do is you go back to those live streams and then re-edit them into the most interesting parts and make them down to like a 5 or 10 minute video, that just the best parts of you going through these videos with like the jump scares and all the cool things that happen, and then upload those. I would unlist the live streams after this and just put the re-edited versions of the live streams up. Like, you can live stream on YouTube. People can be there for that. But then after the fact, unlist them so that people have to be there for your live streams if they want to see them live, and then you just give them the edited stuff.
Boom. Let's move on to the next channel, which is, unbelievably, we've just audited a channel about Nigeria, and now we've got a second channel. I think Lagos is in Nigeria, unless I'm completely getting my geography wrong. And this channel is about selling real estate there. Peter Twinet. It looks as if you just joined YouTube, or you're just getting into YouTube, with 6 subscribers. Again, I think, Travis, this is one of your pre-selected ones. Some stuff to talk about here.
So there's a couple things. Number one, this banner is not mobile safe at all.
That's true. Yeah.
On mobile, it would be like El Lagos, real estate. That's about where it would be.
Yeah, I guess maybe it would kind of work.
Maybe, but, Lagos real estate. Maybe, I don't know. Also, like, I don't, the twin EP, like, is that Twitter? Like, what is that, and why do I care? I probably don't. I'm more interested in what I'm going to get here on YouTube. I'm on your YouTube channel. Tell me what I'm going to get on your YouTube channel. So let's see. How to become a landlord. Okay. 5 luxury mansion. Position yourself post COVID-19. Okay. Investment, landlord, luxury mansion. So I guess the question is, are you going to teach me how to do things, or are you just showing off real estate that I might buy? Or is it like even Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, because you're showing most luxurious mansion in Nigeria? So are you selling that? Or are you just showing it? Like, what's the point of that? And then it says discover over 200% investment. So it seems like part of it's like, here's how you can do it. But then there's other things that I'm unsure if it's just like a show off thing, or which can be okay, but it's unclear. I would like to know so that I know whether or not I even need to engage with it. So I think also a couple other things. I doubt I can figure out how to become a millionaire in Nigeria in 49 seconds. I'm guessing that's probably not going to happen. So I don't know why you would set up that expectation. I mean, maybe you can. If you can, by the way, go into Nigeria this weekend. I guess.
yeah. We can't right now, but
I'm going to learn how to be a Nigerian millionaire in 49 seconds. That'll be a viral video. But yeah, so I think just setting the right expectations and getting people, and again, I discovered the most verified real estate agent like in 54 seconds. I'm just trying to understand what am I getting out of this? You're literally showing, and the investment secret revealed in 1 minute. I feel very suspicious that that's more of a sales pitch.
I also think about this for, especially in the real estate, whereby I think people misconstrue YouTube as a place where you can do very much localized content. And I think that is much more suited to Facebook. So if you're coming onto YouTube, I would be thinking about videos that might be like how to become a landlord in Nigeria. So again, we're going broad. And what you do is that you try and hit the big search terms that are coming up for this type of thing, and then within your content where people have learned something of value, then you can start to maybe sell your personal services, like where you're based and the type of things that you do. I know it's like the Real Estate Whisperer, who's been a long time moderator here. I think they sort of had a bit of a strategy change where they went from talking maybe a bit about their localized area, which I think was Baton Rouge in the US, and then talking about general US tips and tricks about buying homes or selling homes or becoming landlords. So I think maybe extending your advice from just this location in Lagos, talking about Nigeria in general, may help you with just more reach on your content as well. And I think generally thumbnails, if you're going to talk about the most luxurious mansion, take a luxurious picture to really sell it off. I think you're starting to do that a little bit, like this last thumbnail. I actually quite like this one. It's got like a bit more style to it and cleanness, but then do you need the text on there? I'm not quite sure. Probably you just need the value of the house would probably help you there. But yeah, that is Peter Twinet. I wonder how many Nigerian real estate agents are there on YouTube. You're probably one of the first. So I think becoming the authority on the biggest keyword search terms in your area is something that you probably want to look at going forward. And I think, Dan and Travis, that brings to an end our pre-selected channels that we took from our list. So I think what we're going to go and do now is go back to our tweets and channel audits and see if we've got some more exciting ones to pick here. We were a little light earlier on, but this is an interesting one.
When do we do that?
Is that what's
when
going
the
on
same
here?
meme gets repeatedly posted? Is that what it said?
I see if it was VidIQ Eccentric, I'd be really interested in that one. All right. All right. Nice. Yeah, we've removed a lot of them. Yeah, Savage is back here. There we go. I don't get that one. Hello.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I like that one. I guess, shall I pick this one then? I wanna click on these, but it's just,
yeah, we don't want to be hateful.
You like these Drake ones, is that right, Travis?
Yeah. How about them copy the thumbnails?
There we go. All right, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick that one. There we go. I'm gonna pick that one.
Wow!
Boom! Straight in there. What is
better
this
than
channel?
I could do.
What is this channel? Troglip. Hang on. He's managed to worm his way into our channel audits once again. We audit this channel every single week because he does such good tweaks. So Dan, you've got 20 seconds to talk about Troglip again.
Well, let's look at some old thumbnails and stuff. You know what? Was this the channel that did the little symbols everywhere because it's Dead by Daylight and those were like the little yeah,
and we're talking about get your face off of it and this animated person, and then talk more about the actual icons and stuff and making them blow out. And I think he's taken our advice on board actually.
Yeah,
still the episode numbers in there, but
these latest ones are good. I think he's doing a good job. I think you keep it up. You're doing daily videos, and you got the episode numbers and all that in there. You don't need to do daily videos. I don't know if you feel like you just like doing daily videos, but if you ever feel stressed out about that, you can give yourself a lot more time to research your game a little bit more and try and figure out what are people asking about Dead by Daylight? What kind of value can you bring to them? Because when you're doing daily videos, you're just encouraged to basically play the game as much as possible. And there's no time for any of that extra stuff. So maybe slow down a little bit because the view counts are probably, they could be better.
That's your 20 seconds done. Yep. I'm sure Troglip will send us a wonderful tweet next week. So, Dan, I'm going to allow you to pick one that makes me look stupid.
That's too many choices. Can we narrow it down?
What about that one?
That's pretty good. Do it.
Should we go for that one?
Yeah.
So I basically just picked my own. That's good. But nothing on there. Limited frags. Have we done limited frags already as well? I'm sure we've already did this channel. But the thumbnails aren't familiar. I don't think I've recognised these before. Okay. Well, this is an interesting one. What is it about Fortnite or is it VR
game? Which would be my first critique. You're just like that channel we saw at the very beginning of the day. You're using titles that are probably something you would do if you had 100,000 subscribers, but when you don't, you're not really getting in on the searchability of these. You want to put the name of the game, and these titles need to probably answer some kind of question that an audience would ask if you want to show up more in search.
My guess is, given that there's a lot of hands reaching into the screen, it feels as if this might be a VR.
Yeah.
Because I've seen OLF is only VR, so there's some VR stuff going on here. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the VR thing from last time.
There's a channel that I used to follow that did VR, and what they did in every single title was blah 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 game, and then the thing that would get you to click on it, like the he's a biter in VR. They'd always throw VR in the title too. So game name and VR in your titles, because VR is a niche that a lot of people still can't get into, whether you don't have the room for it or the money. You have a very valuable niche there that you can capitalize on in gaming. So put VR in your titles, put the name of the game, and I think you'll notice a big difference.
I wonder if these are actually VR videos as well. Can you remember that was
I think
when that was a thing on YouTube?
Yeah, like you can. Oh, you mean like if I had my phone, I could look around.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so. VR videos I watch are usually someone with a headset, and you're just along for the ride.
Right. All right. So that is limited frags. Let's go now to the random portion of the VidIQ channel audit. What happens here? By the way. Sorry.
I like the thumbnails. Otherwise.
Thumbnails. Yeah, there's a fairly simple, and they did sort of stick out, especially with the hands going forward. I kind of like that as a concept.
I like that a lot.
So, happy belated Easter, everybody. What we're going to do now is check how many people have submitted. Oh, my word. That must be a record. 869. I don't think we've ever had that many. Anyway, this is how it works. We take this number, and then we hatch an egg. We get a number, which was 691. That looks fairly random and cool for me. Oh, come on. Am I still working? Oh. There it is working. I thought I'd lost my tabs there. 691 is the first channel we're going to audit. We type it in, and then we double click there to get the channel URL, and we stick it into the screen, and we audit it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let Travis audit this one, because I think he's going to have a bit of a rest if we're going to be going through some games, but I want him to take a tackle at this one. I don't know, Travis, whether you want to talk about the games or the thumbnails, I'll let you kick off with Dark Diamond.
All right, Dark Diamond. So I look at the banner just to try to figure out which games they cover. I'm not familiar with any of those, but yeah, it looks like the ones that would be safe on desktop are a couple of night-looking dudes. Let's see, short clips, Fortnite. Oh, are those actual Fortnite skins? They don't remind me of Fortnite.
The maps look to be Fortnitey in the background of the thumbnails.
So then, okay,
their skin of choice.
Yeah, of course. Well, there's two ways of looking at this. Number one, it doesn't ring true with a lot of Fortnite imagery, which could be a good or a bad thing. It could be good because it's so different if you are aware of this character / skin that you're niche down. Could be bad because the viewership at large may not be familiar with this skin. So it depends on how you look at it. You almost consider it like niching down. It's kind of weird. So the short clips, the thing about short clips is, YouTube loves to have people watch content for a while. So if you're going to do short clips, make sure it's a series and a series playlist, and you point to the next video somewhere in the video. YouTube would like a session. They would love to see someone binge your content. But if someone comes in for a 2-minute video, and that's assuming they stay for the entire 2 minutes, generally they won't. They might leave at a minute 20 seconds or so. Yeah. And then if they just leave, that's not a good signal to YouTube. So if you're doing short clips, you have to make them attached to other videos. You have like a 28-second video there. That's like a TikTok video. It might as well be a TikTok video at that point. Almost most of these actually would fit into TikTok.
Repetition of title as well. Put some more effort into a titling structure. Tell us something different for each of these. Because like you said, Travis, this could almost be like somebody using different skins on a Fortnite game. Yep. We know so little about what we're getting ourselves into for each of the videos. And then again, this judging a book by its cover, judging a video by its thumbnail and title. Tell us more about what we're going to watch. Having said that, 50 subscribers seems to be healthy. Maybe it's because it's a German channel, I'm guessing, from that single title there. I'm not sure. But there we are, Dark Diamond. Let's hatch another egg, and it's going to be 588, and then I'm going to look at the super chats because I think we've got a few more in. Okay, this is Blue Jaguar. How do you say that word? Just Travis?
Jaguar. Jaguar. No, Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, Jaguar.
All right, Dan, I'm going to let you loose with what looks to be a Grand Theft Auto channel. We can clearly see that from a channel banner.
Yeah.
Thumbnail seems to support that, but no views at all. Interesting.
Okay, so a lot of content. And it looks like a mix of
not a crazy amount though. It looks as if it's one every day, so he's trying to stick to it every day. So giving each video a bit of time to breathe.
Yeah. No, one a day is the most I'd ever do personally.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I used to do that too, and it left me no time, like I said earlier, to research. So let's see. Killing a dog and Grand Theft Auto 5 speed running for beginners. Okay, interesting. So a Grand Theft Auto speed run video, but then you also it sounds more like a video of a speed run of how fast you can kill a dog. So it's a little bit of a disconnect there, and I think it's probably very interesting content. What you need to do is Grand Theft Auto 5 speed run, and then maybe killing a dog or whatever you're doing in the video. But Grand Theft Auto speedrun is probably a search term that you could capitalize on. Not a lot of videos, so not a ton to go on, but you are.
Yeah, they just started a week ago. So welcome to YouTube. It's interesting that the channel just doesn't seem to have had any traction at all. So, I mean, the last 4 videos, 0 views, which is unusual. You'd expect maybe 2 or 3 views, especially if you already have like 10 subscribers.
Yeah, driving across the map in Grand Theft Auto 5 in the worst car. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit because I like what you're doing with your thumbnails, like especially that car one. You got question marks and arrows, and it's it's intriguing. So it's just a matter of.
And they're doing some tutorials as well, like how to downgrade, which is what we suggest. But again, no views at all. Really, really curious.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a
and
matter.
They recently joined YouTube as well.
A matter of going out and figuring out is that something people are struggling with, that downgrade, it's Grand Theft Auto is an old game now. We're all thinking about the next version of it, like Grand Theft Auto 7. We're all kind of waiting, or 6. 5 is obviously the latest one. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is what we're all kind of waiting for now. And in that case, it's like, well, okay, what's popular in Grand Theft Auto? Not long ago, it was role play. That was taken out, especially on Twitch. So what's going on in Grand Theft Auto these days, like in the modding community or something that you could be kind of capitalizing on? Because it's not like it's an unpopular game. It's just maybe you're kind of taking a very beginner approach to the game itself, meaning like you're not modding it. Maybe you're just running through the story. The speedruns could be kind of cool. You got some views on that live stream where you did a speed run. But yeah, I think it's a matter of popularity, and what are people in the community doing?
What I would say to this creator is, you are new to YouTube, you're putting a lot of effort already, because I think for the size of your channel, thumbnails are pretty good. For the volume of content, you're clearly passionate about this. The tutorials seem to be doing better right now, but I think what you probably want to look at, even though you have a very small sample size, maybe look at the watch time and see if people are abandoning your videos immediately. That's the only reason I could maybe think as to why you haven't got a single view on a video in the last 3 or 4 days. That YouTube just doesn't want to share your content at all right now.
Yeah, that'll do it. And one tip with the speed run, you already hit on it in the how to make live split transparent OBS, which is kind of interesting because I just noticed the numbers, but I didn't read the full title because it was covered by these webcams. When you put a speed run video up, though, putting the time it took you to do the thing is something that gets people to click a lot more. So
yes, so Mr. Beast is really good at this, isn't he? Where he'll do like a challenge, and he'll have some spectacular thumbnail, and then he'll put like day 7 or hour 12. Like this is what was happening halfway through it. So it builds that level of tension that makes you want to click on the thumbnail. So there you are, the blue Jaguar. I mean, well done for starting YouTube, and a great start with like what you're doing so far. And I'm just a little disappointed that you haven't really got any views yet, and we want you to really succeed in that. Let's move on to the next channel. I was going to do like super chats, didn't I? Because we got a few more in. Let's have a look. What was the last one I looked at? It was, I think, MC Red Panda's 22 knocks there. Thank you for that, Mr. Rowlands. Can you review my hair transplant channel? So just to remind people, we don't audit channels by super chats because we don't want to create a financial barrier to this process. And Let's Chat 6 VR, can you please turn on slow mode in the chats?
Yeah, you can, if you wanted to, you could slow down chats. So it's I don't know.
Oh, something I want to work out as well. How did I've been trying to work this out for the last week. How do I pin a comment? Because I'm seeing other channels being able to pin comments, and I can't pin my own, which is really frustrating. If anybody tells me in the chat, I'll audit their channel 100% because that's really frustrating me. And the Pitch Black Jack with £5 there, thank you for the super chat, is appreciated. Let's go back to the eggs and we'll pick out another one, which is 566 now. Oops, wrong number. Sorry about that, 366. 566, just weather. Oh, we've got a weather channel. All right, something different. We like a little bit of variety here on our channel audits. So this is Just Weather. And they have nearly 800 subscribers. Oh, okay, interesting. So it looks as if they're trying to cover the severe weather activity that's happening in the US, I would say. And look at this, occasionally, like they're getting 6,000 views on these. These are 12-hour, I guess, live streams. Are they just putting up a map of something that's going on at that particular time? They're following the major weather events in the US, and then they're using some sort of tracking software to track it. That seems like a bit of a different approach to this type of thing. And then some video on demand as well. I'm going to let both Dan and Travis chime in on this one, and we'll start with you, Travis. What do you reckon on this one?
Well, we've seen some weather channels before. The thing is, they're hot and cold. Ha ha! I know.
Thanks.
Because when something interesting is going on, people are going to look for them. Especially like the severe weather in Texas. So probably a lot of people in Texas looked that up because they had something going on. But in the meantime, when nothing interesting is happening, you're not going to get as much, traffic and stuff to your channel. So I love the thumbnails. This is exactly what you need to do on a weather channel. I think your expectation should be that you're going to have spiky views. Sometimes nothing's happening. But when something big happens, double and triple down. Some people will probably look multiple times a day. It looks like that's what he's doing. This person is doing multiple videos a day. So different places in the country, different places. If you're only doing America, that's fine. Do different, West Coast, Northeast, that sort of thing. Which looks like you're doing somewhat, but I would just consistently do it, like Northeast, South.
That's a weird one.
Yeah,
sorry.
7 hours. So at the end of the day, you're in 2019. We want to know what that's like. That's basically all I can think of. It's a weather channel, so you just need to just the facts.
Well, just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. I'm sorry, that's a diehard.
Oh, look, I'm telling you, like the 3 dots. 3 dots where? They're telling you. Oh, on the top chat. Hold on.
Are we going to do some live tutorial stuff now?
3 dots. There's no pin there though.
I still just can't work out how to do it. Anyway, any thoughts for you, Dan, on just weather?
Yeah, so just what's interesting about this, and I don't know, my mind got stuck on this because we were talking about live streaming earlier.
No, absolutely.
Their strongest videos are obviously going to be the ones where they cover an event for an extended period of time. And 24-hour live streams are something that you see on YouTube a lot. And it's always like, oh, it's like pet cams or something. Or like if there's a weather event going on, people are going to look for that. I don't have cable, so I don't get the weather channel. So this is something I could see myself trying to find in a situation where I'm like, what's going to happen? Am I going to get hit with a whatever hailstorm, So doing 24-hour live streams and 12-hour live streams, probably a good way to keep going because you're getting a lot of views from those. But yeah, like I think Travis kind of said it best. It's going to kind of spike. It's going to go up and down. There's going to be times like it's going to be fair weather. It's going to be times where your views are doing well when the weather is not. And
yeah, I think this does come down to like the most popular search term for the weather event that's occurring, and sometimes you get it absolutely spot on, sometimes not so much. So maybe it's like whether you do like Google Alerts or some track of it's going to tell you like exactly what title to use because it's going to be changing all of the time for you. And I would just credit you on the thumbnails. I think we obviously talk about like the different strategies for thumbnails generally speaking, but for this particular niche, I think these thumbnails fit perfectly what they should be, which is a map, some colors. Yes, there's a lot of colors here, but you kind of you know when you see the thumbnail, you know exactly what this is going to be about. So I really think you're connecting with the audience very well there. So just weather, nice, interesting channel. Yeah, keep it up. Good on the road to 1,000 subscribers there. Let's pick out the eggs for another channel, which is 66. All right, nice and well. Seems to be 66 is coming up a lot of times, but anyway, we're gonna go. Is that right? Let me just check. Dark Fissure is the next channel we are going to audit here. Let's take a look.
Is that a normal or is it generic?
That looks generic to me. Sorry. What type of game is it? Roblox? Bit of all the tanks?
You know what
Minecraft?
they're doing? They're holding their phone up and recording their monitor.
Yeah, well, they certainly are in the yeah. They're taking a picture.
Don't do that.
Of a monitor.
Software. Oh my goodness. Okay. Didn't I do a video about that recently too?
I think you did though. I think you did. I can't remember the title of it, but yeah.
It was the one about how you can find free software like that for free. Free software to record your screen for free.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, I think the thumbnail is a big $0 on it right now. Look for that because OBS and Streamlabs OBS are both free. You could get one. It takes a little bit of learning to configure it, but a YouTube search will clear you right up. And don't capture your screen with a phone because it's one thing. Like people click off a video if there's not like a strong hook in the first 5 seconds. It's kind of like having bad sound quality. If people look and hear it and they're like, never mind. It's your drop-off rate is probably really bad if I had to guess, because I know I personally watch some gaming videos and I can't, if someone records their screen with their phone, if there's something I really need to learn and that person was the only person to cover it, I still won't watch because I can't watch someone trying to hold their phone and do a tutorial. I'm hung up on that. The thumbnails are also not they're just screenshots from the video. That's how I know that. I don't have to click on the videos to know that. So you could have tricked me into clicking on them by doing custom thumbnails, and then I would have clicked away after realizing that you recorded your screen with your phone. So
the channel has something though. 20 subscribers.
Yes.
Every single video is getting more views than subscribers. I mean, we compare it back to that Grand Theft Auto channel, which is putting a lot of work into their thumbnails, and they're not getting the traction. There's something going on in these videos, whether it's because you've got a nice 10-minute length on each video, or like you have longer watch time. Some people are coming back to watch your stuff, which is interesting, especially this one where you actually just tell us that you were bored, so you decided to make this video, and yet you've got 30 people clicking on it.
It could be that they have a good friend group. Maybe they're
that's it.
Somewhere else.
Able to share it.
The title "I was bored, made a video" isn't. No one's typing that into search.
Yeah.
So, all of the advice is in there. Sorry, I got so hung up on the one thing, but that's where I would start.
Next channel is going to be Slim Brim, and this is an entertainment channel. Let's see. Okay, big subscribe button there. You've been on YouTube for 6 months, but you've just started to create some content again, and it feels as if you got some pranky, challenger type stuff going on. This last video got 1,500 views, so
wow.
Congratulations there. You've had a breakout bit of content. I would be immediately thinking about how you can do a double down on the hot sauce ones, maybe a variant of that. And if the channel becomes like a food challenge one, all right, you can pivot to that to begin with, build up a personality, build up an audience, and then take them on to new adventures. We haven't got too much to go on here, Travis, but what would you be suggesting to Slim Brim?
Yeah, I mean, we need to figure out, again, much like anything, think about the human. What are they subscribing for? What am I going to get? If this last video got you some subscribers, I'm guessing that it probably did if it has that many views. Probably the vast majority of your subscribers are from that, if I had to guess. Then I'm going to be looking for more of that sort of stuff. So, the stuff, obviously, Fortnite is probably not a thing anymore. See, who knows? So I would just continue down this path. It looks like right now people want to see you doing challenges, especially food challenges. Give that a go for a while, see where that takes you, and keep doubling down on it. I'm assuming that that's from a trend that's going on. I'm just not aware of. Look for another one. Hot sauce shots.
Hot sauce shots, yeah. And I think thumbnail game is already starting to progress. I like the imagery you got going on here with the YouTuber reactions, and you're trying to add elements of fire surrounding the thumbnail because it contains like a hot thing that you're trying, which is good. Still needs a little bit of tweaking, but you're on your 4th video, so I think we can forgive you that. Channel banner, fix this. Get rid of that subscribe button and tell us more about you as a creator and what people are going to find out when they start watching your content. Let's go now to Twitter and we'll see if we've got some new submissions here for channel auditing fun. What have we got here? Who's going to choose this time? I think I've already chosen. Dan's already chosen. So, Travis, do you want me to click on these a little bit and see what's going on? It's just so much going on that one. It's taking me 10 seconds to work out what there is.
That's pretty funny. Close. It's all the gaming channels. That's funny.
Here we go.
I got this. What's LE Creators? What's that? I don't know what that is.
Very good. Very good. Simple. Oh, hello. I think we've already seen.
That's not bad, actually. They took your hair off your face, which is really...
did. Oh, hello. that is so not true.
Let's see what else is going, but that might be it. Something that deserves a channel. Okay. Grand Theft Auto was kind of cool. I mean, nice try there. Cool.
Wow. Whoa, that is...
You're up.
Blimey, that is a thumbnail from years ago as well. Wow.
That's a deep cut, they call it.
All right, where are we going, Travis? What do you reckon?
Back to that one with you.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, so this is really lazy. Thank you for the tweet and thank you for giving me the channel URL, which means we can quickly jump onto it. Lazy Man Racing. Okay, NASCAR channel. Whew, you are in a challenging position right now with no sports going on of any kind, including NASCAR.
No, they're doing their thing.
There's that video game thing, right? The
iRacing, yeah.
Is it iRacing?
It's called iRacing. It's the simulator that they're.
But is this channel about iRacing?
Well, no, but that's what I would be doing. That would be my first.
Oh, sorry. Right. Let's go get into context here. So this channel is about NASCAR, and it looks as if it's about real life NASCAR, I would say. But Dan, just quickly explain what's going on with iRacing and where they might be able to jump into it.
This says NASCAR Heat 4, so it looks like it's a channel all about NASCAR Heat 4.
Okay.
Which is super niche. Right now, NASCAR is.
Oh no, there is a game.
Yeah,
Blimey, this is getting confusing, right?
Yeah, very confusing. There is a situation right now where NASCAR is doing all of their events online via iRacing because they can't actually go to the track. So that's if you wanted to cover that, if you were covering the sport, which I guess this channel is not. That's what I would do. That said, is NASCAR Heat 4 the latest version of NASCAR Heat? Is my first question. And secondly, is have you tried? No, there was no secondly. Sorry, I'm so distracted right now. Okay, so when we searched for NASCAR Heat 4 a minute ago, I will tell you the main thing I noticed were the thumbnails were way more eye-catching, whereas right now it's the tiniest text ever. And the car is cool. It looks good. The pictures are always pretty cool, but it's so hard. It's so busy with that tiny text, and my eyes are kind of jumping around all over the place.
This throws me. I thought this was a channel about actual NASCAR.
It's because they're using actual NASCAR race photos.
Yeah, it looks speed, doesn't it? So maybe they need to start using imagery from the video game to clearly communicate that. I don't know, I could be wrong about that.
No, I think these are images that are from like the actual real life track.
See, that's the thing. Is like some games now look so realistic you almost can't even tell.
I know.
Yeah, but like the picture of Greg Biffle, whatever, like he's like standing next to his car. I doubt that's in the game. Maybe when you select your driver, it is.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So this is a good point. You're giving people an expectation in the thumbnail, and it's possible that you're not meeting that expectation. And then if people start bouncing early on because like, oh, I thought this was a real race, you will lose.
So if I did a search for actual NASCAR Heat 4, I mean, do these look more like? I mean,
yes,
they are realistic, aren't they? But this is the type of thumbnail I'm looking at here. Yeah, with like more action, like an overtake type of maneuver going on, an element of speed being shown in that thumbnail, that type of thing.
I guess Heat 4 is probably the latest one.
Yeah.
Which is good. I've seen people play like 2 versions of a game behind on their channel, and it's like sports game. Oh yeah, Madden 2018. But yeah, so okay, I would definitely try that. Try doing thumbnails that take the actual game footage. You have some cool shots here, but it made us think it was an actual NASCAR coverage channel rather than a NASCAR Heat coverage channel.
And here's the thing again, very new channel, 1 month in, all of his content, I think the thumbnails are already of a good standard. Maybe the communication's not right just yet. And with 25 subscribers, every video is getting more views and subscribers. So they're doing other things right. So we applaud you on that. I think we're just we're getting caught up on the thumbnails and how you can maybe make them feel a little more appealing to be clicked on. But well done, Lazy Man Racing, for what you've got there so far. Shall we pick another tweet one here? Was there another one, Travis, that sort of caught your fancy? Any of these?
Let's see. Oh, no, almost. We've seen that one before.
Yeah.
What's the one above it?
Oh, there's a couple more coming through, but yeah, we're not gonna click on somebody's channel screen. Got to be honest. we want to be laugh. Okay. We want to laugh. We want to be entertained.
Let's give them some time. Let's do another random.
Okay.
Because you know what's happening in like 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh yes. Do I ever? Do I ever? 585. Wow. I mean, I kind of want to get this to 1,000 responses just before. We've just set ourselves up to fail. Like, how can we audit 1,000 channels every single week?
Literally
We're victims of our own success here, but we'll continue to get through as many channels as we can. And the next one is Jay Great. New videos, specifically every 4 days. You haven't got any videos. So,
Jay, great.
You got your channel banner. Great. Uploading bangers earlier. What is that? I guess this is one of these dank channels, which I don't understand. Give us some content. Give us some content. Give us some content. 83 is the next channel that we're going to audit here, which is Anime Fox Gaming. And we'll put that one in. Hang about. Let me get that. Sometimes copy and paste doesn't want to work. There we go. Right, lots of characters up here. I'm seeing stuff from Red Dead Redemption, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto. Whew, and there is this big, huge character that's dominating all of the thumbnails. So I guess this is your like gaming avatar, and you're playing all of these different games. Seems to be suffering from a similar situation as that other channel where they're putting out content but they're getting single-digit views. How long have they been on YouTube? Oh, a long time as well. Wow. This is a channel that's putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort putting together some interesting thumbnails, and they're not getting any views out of it. So I think what we'll do at this point is say, you have a lot of videos, So you've got a lot of sample content. Is there one or two things that are sticking out here? And it looks as if a few months ago you had a Red Dead Redemption 2 one which did well, greatest moments. Then something about Rainbow Six, 2 videos there. So it's like looking at any of those 3 or 4 videos there and saying, can we double down on any of these, Dan?
Yeah, and a lot of different games that really couldn't be more or less related to one another in some cases. And then that last video there is a how-to of some sort. It's kind of cut off right now, but
it says how to take over a lobby.
Okay, so and again, especially when you're a smaller channel, providing that value, that might be what happened there. Oh, Red Dead Redemption how-to, etc. So could you do more Red Dead Redemption how-tos, for example? But yeah, there's some stuff to double down. You have some good stats here because you have so many videos, which is good.
So I mean, a good thing here, like funny moments, walkthroughs, short animation videos, music. It feels like you want to do a lot, but you're into gaming right now. So I think just determining exactly what you want to do on your channel. I almost feel, I could be completely wrong about this, but it feels as if this channel might have been flagged in some way. I hate to bring up these sort of conspiracy theories and things, but there's only like 1 or 2 videos that had like some views, and then everything else is just doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Which is strange. Oh, there's one here with like 100 views, so occasionally they're getting stuff. It looks as if they've disabled their likes and dislikes though, or they're not getting any likes and dislikes.
Could that lack of engagement maybe?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean some of the games too have kind of been around for a bit, and where like the Jedi Fallen Order review from a month ago, maybe you missed the boat on that one, and there's just too much to compete with.
So this is really curious as well, because we talked about their most popular video, Red Dead Redemption 2 Greatest Moments, got a couple of thousand views, and it looks as if they've tried to double down on that, and then everything else, it just has 0 views. That seems really, really weird for the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. So they did exactly what we suggested, 5,000 views, and then the next one gets 7 views and 8 views. That is really strange. I don't know if you need to check your status and features and see if there's been some sort of community strike on there. I don't know, I could be wrong. I mean, Travis, sometimes when we look at channels and we think, what is going on with this one? It's like, this is a really strange one, isn't it?
It is interesting.
Something's odd.
I would test it out by finding a game that doesn't have quite as many videos competition wise, and then seeing if you can rank for anything that's like really kind of out of the norm, just to see if that works.
Yeah.
If not, and it just, I mean, every so often, I hate to throw out the conspiracy theories, but every so often, a channel gets kind of hosed. But at this point, they're not that far into their subscriber journey that just creating a new channel wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Just
doing some tests there. I think there was the one case, a channel called Spanky Valentine.
Yeah.
I think it had a huge channel, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of views, and then all of a sudden, their video just tanked. And they'd spoken to YouTube directly, and YouTube couldn't give them an answer. It was as if like a lightning had struck the channel. Really strange. I'm not saying that's happened to this channel, but we're looking at like decent thumbnails. You try to double down on your best content, and you're not getting anything. So there's something really strange going on there. And I'm not really sure what the answer is.
Are we at 1,000?
I'll check. One more last thing. Check your audience retention, because it might be that if people are dropping off after 10 seconds, that's where your problem is on your channel. Yep. All right. So, no, we're still at 994. So, I kind of want to get that to 1,000 before we take any action there. Right. So, I'm going to pick another channel. 573 on that one. Who are we going to look at now? Okay, PSD Guide. This should be a channel about Photoshop. If it isn't,
that's a waste, yeah.
PSD Guide. Whoa, I've gone old school.
Whoa,
my layout's gone old school for some bizarre reason. What on earth has happened there? Well, there we are. I'm back into the classic way of looking at YouTube.
Weird.
All right. So what is PSD Guide? Share tips. I don't know.
Photoshop?
How to edit vegetables photography. Okay. So it is Photoshop. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see that. Question would be why have you got a YouTube logo in the bottom left-hand corner? I would be using a Photoshop icon.
Yes.
100% to tell us that these are... Because this, if I just glance at this thumbnail, this might be something along the lines of... YouTube's guide to the coronavirus, like monetization, that type of thing. Whereas it's actually about like editing stock photos. So yeah, I would change the icon there if you can. What else are we looking at here? I need to go to the about section here. I just want to check that this channel is about creating stock imagery. Yeah. So I don't know about you, Dan and Travis, but I would say that when I look at the thumbnails, they don't come across as photo editing tutorials. There seems to be something lacking in the thumbnails about that. And if I'm not really getting that vibe from the thumbnails, then I'm probably not going to look at the titles to help tell me about what these videos are going to be about. Would you agree or disagree there?
100% agree. I mean, for a lot of it's coronavirus stuff, which I understand, and then it's like washing hands and stuff, which would, again, the thing is like, while I understand why you do that because people are searching for it, then your channel becomes a washing the hands channel. So, at some point you've got to think about if something is trending in your niche rather than is something trending.
Visually speaking, when I look at this, it looks like a YouTube growth channel just from the YouTube icon and the coloring.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm going to click off or look at something else.
Yeah.
When I look at the text, then I say, oh, okay, this might be something that's about Photoshop tutorials. But yeah, I think this logo is a big detractor on these thumbnails. Get rid of it, put in a Photoshop logo, and just do that and see what happens, I would say. A very simple piece of advice, and I hope that works for you. And, hey, we're at 1,000. Oh, my word, 1,000 submissions. That is an unbelievable record of some kind. Wow. I mean, I don't know how it helps all of you, since it means that how can we get through all of these channels? Yeah. But, wow.
Well, spoiler alert, we can't.
Humbled. Thank you very much. We'll continue to audit as many channels as we can with the time we have. Next one is Chris Tate in Tate's Take. Nice, memorable. That's interesting. So the channel banner feels as if it should be the channel name, and then we'd have a nice value proposition.
I agree. I think they should do that. We should absolutely do that.
All right, joined YouTube 2 months ago. Welcome to the journey. And yeah, Travis, I'm going to let you.
That's amazing to get almost 200 subscribers in 2 months. That's
well, yeah, and this because they look at this. They jumped on a trending topic, did the Tiger King. Brilliant. You've done exactly the right thing.
This is actually a cool idea because there's unlimited amounts of content for reviewing like different movies and stuff. Especially when something like Tiger King comes out, you can review it and you're almost certain to get something out of it. So, they just did a Tiger King thing on Fox last night. I didn't get to see it. So I would review that. Like while it's hot.
You could almost go like through IMDb and do like the 25 things you missed in Tiger King. Like just extrapolate on that when you've got like something that's done really well for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important to make sure that, and I think this is a good value proposition because if you like his take on things, you're more willing to watch like his review even on movies that you're not interested in because you like his take. So I think as long as the content is good, and the way you figure that out is all you gotta do is look at your retention and your click-through rate. Are people clicking? And then if they are they staying, which is the big thing. And if they are, this is a great option for people, especially at home, because you don't need to, there's nothing really amazing to film. You just have a camera on yourself. I don't know, do you show different scenes? I don't even know how that part would work. But it makes it super simple. I think it's great.
I was going to say, there's a
By the way, do you see the joke in the Invisible Man?
Wait, where's that? Sorry,
the Invisible Man, because he's not in the thumbnail.
It's really funny.
Hey, there we are. Nicely done. You see, now that makes it clickable in itself. If people are familiar with you. What I like about this channel is already the level of consistency in terms of the thumbnails. They all have that consistent branding vibe, and like you're covering content as soon as it's released, so you're going after trending content, which is really good as well. And like for your first video to get almost 500 views is amazing. Yeah. There are millions of creators who have never reached that on their first video, including myself and probably Dan and Travis. Our first video has probably got a dozen views, so that is awesome to see as well. The one tweak I would potentially look at here is I may be wrong about this, but your background. I think maybe having you with a bit of a better color theme or blurring out the background, it just makes it a little bit too distracting for me. But that might be something for you to test.
And heck, maybe even put a green screen background and then it's the movie poster behind you, so your thumbnails are much easier to do.
Yeah, it's just I keep seeing this. I keep seeing this love picture frame, and my eyes are just drawn to that. I don't know if that's almost like a subliminal logo in your channel.
Maybe
it kind of is a bit weird, that, but there we go.
Back,
All right, but that is I'm going to give this one a confetti of joy. I think Chris Tate,
good channel.
You're on the right track there. Well done to you, sir.
All right.
Here we go. What we do? I mean, this is probably going to infuriate.
Start your engines.
This is going to infuriate many of you, thousands of people.
No, it's going to be good because the people that are still here have a much better opportunity.
So watch this.
Audited.
Watch this. So you see this here. When I do this, it means you can resubmit and you have a better chance of being selected because there's probably hundreds of people who've already abandoned this live stream, and then we're going to be auditing people who are on it. So go. And
in the meantime, we can go to Twitter.
While we're doing that, exactly, Travis, we're going to go to Twitter and pick out one from here and see. Oh, there's people busy. It's too much text, just for fun. Yeah. Too much text. I can't be bothered reading that. There's lots of texts going on here as well. People.
No, but that's good when someone steals my meme. So he's calling people out.
Okay, what's going on here? What's
that's a good one. That's it.
All right, there we go. 9 stones. Right, I'm just going to quickly refresh this. Look at that. How do people do that? Look at what's going on here. Like people, what are people doing there? I don't know how people do that. That is incredible. Anyway, no, not that one. It's this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to look at 9 stone here. Let's see what the channel is about. Rocket League, I'm going to guess from the channel banner, and I would appear to be right. All right, Dan, 22 subscribers. Look at this, first video, 200 views, sticking on Rocket League. I'd say if you're getting 50 plus views for every single video when you start your channel, you're already onto a winner. Awesome stuff. What do we think?
Yeah, and it looks like the latest video teaches about camera settings and bindings and things like that in games are always searchable. Better thumbnails? I mean,
I would agree with that. Yeah, getting rid of his text. I think the arrow pointing is fine, but we're losing whatever's in the bottom left-hand corner here. So up the punch. Is that a logo from you or is it a logo from the game? I'm not sure. This is confusing. You caught a scammer and then you got like a picture of somebody doing karate or taekwondo in there. I'm losing a bit, and there's a logo up here. So I think they're probably overthinking the thumbnails a little bit too much right now, but they're obviously looking at topics which are popular in Rocket League right now, which is great to see.
To have a brand new channel that covers a game as big as Rocket League and get that many views.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
you're doing something.
Yeah, you look at the channel, the Grand Theft Auto channel, which is struggling to get views, versus this one, which is getting views already. You must be doing something right. So well done to you. Thumbnails, improve on them. All right. Well, let's go back here because we've already got
282. Let's go.
282. I just don't know how such a thing happens. Whew. All right, eggs. Give me a number. 115. Okay, 115. You know what's going to happen now? It's going to give us a channel that we've already picked because that's the type of thing that happens. All right. Azazel's. What channel name is this? Azazel's Creed. Obviously about Assassin's Creed. All right.
Cool.
Again, welcome to YouTube. Another new YouTuber who's already getting views in the double digits, which is good to see. You've hit a new subscriber count, but we're not going to complain too much about that right now. Okay, there's some Witcher 3 stuff in there as well. But would you say, Dan, those 2 games are Assassin's Creed and Witcher 3 are connected in a sense?
There's
so
enough
it's a
there.
good transition,
CSGO, I would not, but yeah. Assassin's
and Need for
Creed,
Speed, that's probably another one.
Yeah. You want to try niche down into a genre, and I would say that Witcher 3 and Assassin's Creed have enough of an overlap there in the style of game they are that you can get away with that. because it's all about your audience. You're trying to grow an audience. So if your audience is subscribing for Assassin's Creed and you put out a CSGO video, they're going to wait until the next Assassin's Creed. And eventually they're going to forget about you if you just keep doing CSGO. And maybe you'll build a CSGO audience, but you just got to remember, like, that's what you're doing. You're building an audience. You're building a rapport. So that's why we always say that. But thumbnails could be a little bit better, a little more punchy, I think. Just
they're okay, but they don't really tell me what I'm clicking in for.
Yeah,
per se on some of these.
Some of the titles are pretty good. It looks like they address some searchable themes, which is good. And they are getting, some of them are getting more views than others. But yeah, new channel I would say doing pretty well for a new channel covering a game that's a bit older now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
317 already. Okay, let's key that in and we'll pick another channel here. I think this actually, Travis, I know you've got to shoot off very quickly, so we'll see.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're good.
I'm good for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. Okay, well, let's. It's a gaming channel.
Fine.
All right. Come on, Travis, give us your best here for this gaming channel, which is Silver Phoenix Gaming. Come on, there's one obvious thing you can suggest for this channel right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's all over the place gaming-wise. So if I'm into Gacha Life, I may not be into whatever Bullet Force is or Modern Ops. Certainly, if I'm into Modern Ops, it's very unlikely that I'm one of the strong people. I don't even know if that's a game. And then tossing my buddy. So, gaming channels aren't... it feels like it's almost a misnomer. It's not really a gaming channel. It's a Minecraft channel or a first-person shooter channel or a RPG channel rather than gaming. Gaming implies way too much, which is not accurate on YouTube. It's much like anything else. I can't do a life channel and then bake bread and then ride a bike and expect you to all watch the same thing. Just like I can't play Call of Duty and then play The Sims and expect the same amount of viewers for both. It's just not going to happen. So just think of it that way.
Channel banner as well, please.
I have a friend with a fishing channel, and it's not a fishing channel. It's a catfishing channel. I mean, he catches catfish specifically. So it's important. That's a really.
You mean like people who pretend that they're someone?
No, he literally catches the sorry, I can see how that's confusing. That'd be a good channel too, but no, he literally catches catfish. So that's just a good distinction.
Super Sayan Rainbow. This looks to be Dragon Ball Z to the A to the Z on this channel. Nothing but. There's that channel that we've covered a couple of times, which is really successful, isn't it? They do like versus characters on Dragon Ball Z, I think. So this channel, again, I've seen this before. We haven't. I don't think we've audited this channel before, but I've seen this AMV before. What does that mean? Are these the animated videos? Or what does that mean? I don't know.
No, I know that the chat's gonna get so mad. It's pretty dank though.
Yeah, it's one of these dank channels which I just cannot help you with. But anyway, the channel's got over 1,000 subscribers. Each video is getting a couple of hundred views, which is good.
Thank you, Meekot. It's an anime music video.
Right. Okay. So I guess the question then becomes, as long as it's your own content to a certain extent, or it's transformative content, that's good. I don't know if you're taking music from Dragon Ball Z and then adding it to lots of different clips. I guess that would make it fair use to a certain extent. But they're not. I guess they're not really getting super views here. They're nice and consistent, but well, I don't know. What do we think? I've run out of things to say.
Yeah, when it comes to music channels, as it is, it's hard to advise. And when it's, I mean, you've found a niche, and you have some views. It looks like Eiffel 65 in particular did really well. Yeah,
there's a couple that just pop out here. This Lord Frieza is also a good one. So I guess it may be a case of, I know this is very simple tactic. We're not going into deep stuff here, but sorting by most popular and saying, I mean, like these ones here, although they are all over a year old, when you use Super Dragon Ball Heroes as your title, those are the most popular ones, the top 4. So how often are you using that specific title in your videos? And maybe you can do more on just that. Because, yeah, you're changing your title a little bit every single time, although there is one there with Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So yeah, go on then, Travis. Have you got any final thoughts here on this one? Dan and I have tried, but
yeah, the only thing I can think of is like I just looked at this thing and it was a bunch of clips of different, Dragon Ball stuff, and I would have to either click or click on or really understand the link, the description, the title, to know that it's not. So I'm kind of surprised that it's just music. I don't know.
Maybe the needs to like a musical note, just like to indicate something on the thumbnail, like this is a music from the.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're consistent. You're doing that okay, but it doesn't seem to be a general growth in the channel. It looks as if you're doing the same thing a lot and not getting the expected results. But then occasionally you just get something like this where you get 2,000 views, and so occasionally you do click with your audience. So yeah, just doing more of them, like doing a series of which is it? Dragon Ball Super Light 'em Up Fallout Boys. Whether how are people finding that? Is it through Fallout Boys? Is it through that keyword? Maybe look at the discoverability of the content there. All right, I'm going to move on to the next channel. You still good, Travis, or is there anyone calling?
Run here in a second. Dan might have to take us over real quick.
All right, Dan, I think you're going to be the lead on this one. An entertainment channel, which is Draco Dude. I think you're approaching 1,000 subscribers here. What have we got on the channel? Ooh. Right, so voice acting there. Music video. Comic review. More audio stuff. A sitcom. Animation. Oh, what type of channel is this?
I don't know if it's an animation channel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we're struggling a little bit to work out exactly what your channel is. We'd have to click on it to find out more. You have some spiky views coming here. And this is interesting because it looks as if you've found a bit of a niche with Sonic in particular. Also, I've just noticed you haven't posted any content for a long, long time. So get back onto YouTube, start posting some content. But when you did Sonic-specific stuff, these were all nice and healthy view counts, which is good. Although it looks as if you've got a unique style as well, which is working. And DuckTales theme song. I mean, everybody's going to listen to the DuckTales theme song. I've even sung it live on this stream before. I do remember. I got 20,000 views. So it looks as if you have something, a talent here with music and comics and video games. Just get back onto YouTube. I don't think we can really go any further than that because you haven't done anything for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Good. Okay, let's move on to the next channel. How we doing here? We're up to 367. And then after we do this, we'll go back to Twitter. Let's see what we got. Next channel is 261. 261. The Musical Lounge. Okay. Let's take a look here. Musical Lounge. Relaxing music 3 times a week. And you are pushing out all types of music. It looks to be here. Arabic, relaxing, music for stress relief, music and rain sounds, and then The Legend of Zelda, relaxing music. I would ask, do you have permission to use this content? 20 seconds of intense music to wash your hands. That's a unique approach to the current situation there as well. And I like the fact that you're doing videos of like a good length, like an hour-long video. So you're almost creating playlists already. The problem you're going to have is that many creators have already done this, have already hit these music videos for listening to in the background. So how are you going to differentiate yourself? Maybe you want to test with doing a live stream as well, pumping out 24/7. And it may be that one of these particular genres you start to fall into a trend with, like the relaxation ones or the falling asleep ones or game music. You're going to have to do a bit more testing here, but just be aware that you're in a genre where you're going to find it difficult to differentiate yourself. Any other thoughts there, Dan?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head for sure.
All right, thank you. Have we completely lost Travis now? Has he gone AWOL?
Let me tell you something. Travis is gone, but I got some good news. Savage Stonks Incorporated is back. I got some great news for you.
Great.
Everyone in the chat, get ready. Last week, I tried to sell my shirt, I am the B-roll. For those of you that didn't order one, which was everybody, because no one ordered one for some reason, I need you to go to imsoulsavage.net.com. I'm actually working on a website right now. If someone wants to help me out with some thumbnail strategies, it'd be good. And the chat is going, wow, the chat is
welcome back, Savage. As always, it is a pleasure not to have you here.
Let's see these thumbnails. What you got going on over here?
So we sometimes go into Twitter. Like sometimes we do... I don't really understand where the physical distancing is going on there, because we look pretty close to each other, Travis and I, on that one. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say it. I don't apologise for saying it. I think the tweets this week have not been up to the usual standard.
They've been pretty poor. I'm not going to lie. There've been some terrible tweets.
Yeah,
two good ones, and the rest have been trash.
What I'm going to do? Well, I wouldn't put it quite like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, because we had a competition yesterday, and we had some people submitting, and there were some good ones. Like I like this one. It's from the video calling show. So if you have your channel there, we're going to audit this channel as one. So Savage, if you could be as quiet as possible.
Sure, why not? Really whatever. Go ahead.
So this is a video calling show. So I guess there's going to be some live streaming going on here. No, it looks as if there's some video on demand stuff, which is interesting, and some live streaming. So I don't know if you're taking some of the best bits from some of your videos and condensing them down. That's a good idea. There is a little bit too much text going on here. This one here, for example, Kyle Tote 5 Twitch. I'm completely lost by the text there on that one, so I'm not sure why I would want to click onto it to find out more. If it's a talk show, are you covering many different topics as well? Because again, that's going to be quite a challenge. But it feels as if you're offering a unique service as well. Like, are you inviting anybody onto the channel? That's an interesting value proposition where anyone could be a live guest. So yeah, that's a risky game as well. I applaud you for doing that. Wow, because we'd have some really crazy people on our live stream if we open it up to anyone. Savage?
You know what's interesting? I found out that Dolly Parton actually lost a lookalike contest as herself. Isn't that interesting? She entered a contest for a lookalike for Dolly Parton and she lost. That's amazing.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. When did she do that?
This was back in 2000 and let me see. I gotta look at the channel here. It looks like it was in 2012. Congratulations, Dolly, for not looking like yourself.
You don't even look like yourself anymore. Dan, anything to add here for this
Cows
channel?
don't like Willie Nelson. I just wanted to let you know that.
All right.
When you have a kind of a talk show, I guess this looks really interesting to me and consistent, and I bet this personality is probably one that once you actually start following him, you really enjoy his content. I'm just getting that vibe, which is cool. But being drawn in from as an outsider, I feel like there's a whole club here that I'm not involved in. I just don't know what the shows are about. And it makes it harder for someone like me who might otherwise be interested to kind of jump in, because if you're doing a live stream every week, like what's the topic, what's the overarching theme of the channel itself? And maybe it is a variety of different subjects, but you could try and find a way to communicate that, I think, a little bit better.
Yeah, you're right there, and it's kind of it's a community. And if you're not part of that community, then you may feel a little excluded. So I think there's a good point there. And again, we talk about whether live streaming gaming is the right place for you to put yourself on YouTube.
So, I heard that if you bang your head against the wall for an hour, you burn 150 calories. That's pretty good. Because I've been banging my head against the wall ever since we started this live stream. So I must be at least 60 calories.
Yeah, you must have lost several calories. I'm just thinking for this channel, do they broadcast anywhere else as well? Do they on Facebook and Periscope, where it might be worth testing that as well? But yeah, interesting channel. I'm really intrigued by the value proposition. Like, anybody can come onto your channel. That sounds like something exciting and unique. Let's pick another channel that hopefully Savage is not going to ruin.
In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just one guinea pig. You have to own more than one. It's crazy.
What? You have to own more than one guinea pig in Switzerland?
That's right. You can't just have one.
I guess each guinea pig needs friendship. Based Otaku. All right, 7 subscribers.
It's based Otaku.
Sorry.
Otaku.
And Naruto
Otaku.
is an animation of some kind, isn't it? I believe.
I think it's an anime series.
So is this going to be a reaction channel to the anime, I think?
Yeah, there's episode numbers like a gaming channel and stuff. But yeah, I think are they just reacting to each individual episode? But
I like the split thumbnails that you're already doing, like your YouTuber reaction to the anime. I think that's nice and clean. I like how you're doing that. So that's a good start there. And with 7 subscribers, hey, you've like done like 10 videos in the last 2 weeks, and you're already getting some nice views there on some of these. So I think well done to you on that.
Did you know that 7% of Americans think chocolate milk comes from brown cows? This is a real thing. My guess is some of the people in chat do as well.
Folks, give us an appropriate emoji if you think that is true. That chocolate comes from brown cows.
Chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Apparently.
All right. All right. Anything else to add here for this one, Dan, that we could suggest? They seem to be going on the right track. Maybe the episode numbers. Maybe they're talking about the episode numbers of the show rather than the episode number of the video story. So you can maybe understand why that's there.
Yeah, you're going to want to follow along, I guess, if the episodes break up. The one episode of the show maybe spans 3 episodes of the reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little bit confusing. But I think it's just going to be a matter of kind of finding your way a little bit and continuing to make content. It looks like you've tapped into something for sure.
Yeah, a good start there for the channel, though. All right, we're on to 3, 9, 1. Savage, go ahead.
Did you know the billy goats urinate on their own head to smell more attractive to females? I literally do this too before I go out every day. Just want to make myself a little bit more attractive to people.
Very good. Very good.
Indeed.
Thoughts on the OnePlus 8, Savage, by the way? I know you're into tech.
So I was going to buy one, but unfortunately, Travis has to pick up his dog, Nathan. I don't know about this. $980 they spent. That's just crazy. He's at the vet right now. So I want everyone in the chat to give Nathan a hashtag Savage Nathan, please.
Savage Nathan. There you go. Hashtag Savage Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Tradie, 400 subscribers. Gaming channel. Lots of different games. Subnautica, Minecraft, Tom Tim Tem. Is that? That, yeah. Who else has got a comment from that person? We certainly have. Again. There we go. I'm back. It's just my usual 5 second. Yeah, just my 5 second frozen screen. So lots of different games here, Dan. It looks like jumping between games, and the thumbnails maybe not too compelling to click. Sometimes I would hasten to add.
Game Dev Tycoon's like super old now. So yeah, game selection is going to be a thing as well. This is kind of like a variety channel. It looks like kind of a meme type channel where you're not really necessarily playing the game. You're kind of bring your personality to these games. So that could be cool. But it helps. You have a lot of freedom to jump on trends. So you could probably see yourself getting even more views if you jump on newer games and bring this shtick to those as well.
Shtick. That's dank shtick, is that?
That was terrible, by the way. Did you know the inventor of the Frisbee was cremated and made into a Frisbee after he died?
I didn't. Did they actually use a Frisbee, though? That would be fun. And then a dog got a hold of it. How comical would that be?
Don't know the details. I'm just telling you.
I'll just say, Trader, by the way, 400 subscribers. You're getting hundreds of views. So, as Dan said, maybe there is a personality there which is engaging your audience. So, good stuff. All right, we're up to 1 o'clock now. So I think, Savage, I'm going to let you.
Someone had earlier super chat had said that they wanted me to savage them. So we want to make sure we.
Also, do we take savage super chats?
Apparently we do.
Is that one thing? Okay. So there's Keep It Techie with $2 there, just showing support. Thank you. Is it Hood Ventures there who wants to be savage? Then maybe.
No. I think it was earlier.
Red Panda.
Oh,
you're right. Yeah, you are right. Who was it? Who wanted to be savage? Oh, it's Red Panda. So all right then. Let's go. Why can't I go to?
Don't hide them. They've taken that away for some reason. I don't know. YouTube does some dumb stuff.
YouTube is not helping me out today.
So now you got to try to find them.
All sorts of problems. We'll find them. There we go. That's our boy. All right. So Savage away.
Red Panda. Okay, we're talking about MC Red Panda. Now, let's talk a little bit about why I don't care about this channel. First of all, I look at this and I think it's a trap. And I'm not talking about the thumbnail. I'm talking about looking at this channel at all. Spending the time. I don't want to do this. I don't want to spend no time doing this. Last time I looked at this channel, which believe it or not, I've actually looked at this channel before. It was right before I went to sleep. Help me sleep like a baby. I fell right asleep. I looked at 1 or 2 thumbnails and fell right asleep. And then you know what? I was feeling kind of bad about my stomach. And I needed to get some stuff out of my stomach. So I watched one of the videos and I threw up. So now I feel better. So thank you so much, MC Red Panda, for letting me throw up and sleep just by looking at your channel. Please delete it immediately.
Thank you there, MC Red Panda. And we may have started a trend here because we've now got in another super chat who wanted to be savaged, I believe. Right, okay, there we are. MRA. All right. Is this how we're going to do things here?
I mean, you know.
I don't know if I should recommend this, sending in super chats to get savaged.
No, I mean, do what you do. I'm trying to make some money here.
Is that the right channel? Yes, it is. Oh, my word. Here
Please
come
buy
on.
my I am the B-roll shirt at www.iamtheBroll.com. All right, thank you.
Well, there you are, Savage. We've got another gaming channel here.
Got another one right here. This is Lag Be Like. Well, Lag Be Like, I wish I wasn't on this channel. 100 subscribers. How in the heck are you doing 100 subscribers? Let me tell you something about these 100 subscribers. I'm going to go to each person's house that subscribed to you and tell them to unsubscribe. Then I'm going to take their computer and throw it against the wall. Because for anyone to come out here and subscribe to a channel like this is a terrible person and they need to be removed.
What do you think, Savage, about lots of Grand Theft Auto 5 videos and then a video about an airline company going bankrupt?
I love Grand Theft Auto. It's the greatest game ever. But I don't know what a Flyby is. What is a Flyby? Someone tell me what a Flyby is.
It's a company in the UK. It used to be like United Airlines or something. Like one of the cheaper ones in the US.
I thought that was when a fly and a bee got together. Did the little Flyby.
There we go. There we go. Did we get any more super chats in there? I'm pressing
Probably not. I would suggest you don't do that. But
there's
another one.
What did Verticals say?
Verticals just savage me.
All right, Verticals, you asked for it, so you shall receive. There are now 550 people watching you.
Go away,
Savage
go
channels.
home. It's over anyway. Don't worry about it.
Verticals. All right, here.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. The most smooth 13-year-old Fortnite player. All right, well, that's illegal. I don't want to look at that at all. How to get, does I say stretch marks? No, how to get stretch res? Okay, stretch res. What is stretch res? Heartless from the start. The eternal youth.
I don't think these are pretty good thumbnails, actually. What do you reckon?
I mean, they are right, but let me explain something to you. Are you sitting down for this?
I am always sat down.
The last person, and this is true, you can look it up. The last person who made thumbnails like this was kicked out of the country. And I know this because I was there. I kicked him out. It's terrible what you're doing to these thumbnails. And here's the other thing. Think about this. There are thousands of dollars of hard drives storing your garbage on it. I don't know why YouTube has decided to give you free storage space for this. It's terrible. Go away. Next.
All right, there you are, Verticals. I do apologize. I think that might be the last super chat. Keep it techie.
For 2 hours. Oh wait, there's one more. Keep it techie wants some of this.
All right.
He wants this smoke. Let's get it. Keep it techie.
Now I'm heard actually Savage is a bit of a tech expert, so you may get some useful stuff.
Oh my goodness, 3,000 subscribers. Good.
What's up, guys?
I didn't know Dr. Dre had a channel. My God, look at this. All right, certifications, how to get into the information technology. I don't know. Next Cloud, all right, Thunderbird. Sounds like a 76 car from 1976. You know what 76? You know what? IHOP. Look at that. Task manager for Linux. IHOP. I love it. I love it. Do you do Denny's? See, all that you have the audacity to make a video about Audacity. You are. This is some terrible stuff. Let me tell you something right here. My sequel. Well, please don't make a sequel to this. The one was enough. I'm done. You can keep it techie to yourself. I just want to thank you for your time and your super chat.
Wow, Savage went into complete overdrive there. Did we? Was there another one? Oh my word!
No, I don't want your money. I don't want no more money. That's fine. I need to go eat lunch. But I appreciate the money.
Was the MCU? Was the MC Weatherwatch one?
Do my channel no Savage though? LOL.
Okay,
that's not how it works.
Yeah, that is a nice try. I think we're gonna call it a day there. Crazy. 500 people watching. This is unbelievable. I mean, we do have 500,000 subscribers now, so maybe that's like a fitting that it does that. Okay, obviously, you guys are now. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, which means that you're now off screen. I can't actually get you back on screen. So, yeah, you're a black box. How did I fix that? I don't know. I turned it off, didn't I?
Did you put the black box in front of the?
I'm just talking to myself. Here we go. No, that's not working. Is that going to work? No, you're all disappeared. Everything's wrong. Great. Okay, well, I'm just talking to myself now. Dan, you can do some shout-outs here. This is going to be the worst shout-out ever because I'm all at 6s and 7s here. You do some shout-outs and I'll try and get you back on screen.
I can't see anything.
Oh, because I'm sharing my screen. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. You mad bro, TF fanboy, goodbye to you. Major photography, nothing but net. Goodbye to you. Rectile, interesting name. Headshot baby, interesting name. Mytholic, goodbye to you. RTX Cobra, see you later. And Cool Cam TV, we will see you next time.
I do not know what has happened to
Bro,
the live
Do you
stream.
need to read more names?
Everything's gone wrong. Travis, go ahead. If you're back.
The Brooklyn 9 123, DH Art Mod, Mr. Rollins, the S1MGM, MC Red Panda was back in there doing it big, and then Scratchy Bear. I like that name,
Scratchy Bear, yeah. And I'm going to do shout-outs to the following people that include VBox VMS, Ethan Sakaki, Vegento Gamer, Fresh Presh Music, Max Carroll, Lil Crafty Nook, Dat Swag Mario. There's a lot of new names we're reading out this week, which is awesome. So welcome all of you to the channel audits. And the final one here that comes from Gaming with Mark C that just says, just quit YouTube. We hope you don't, but there we go. I'm going to apologize for the few technical errors we had here, folks. I don't know why Zoom has decided to not show people on screen anymore.
Very strange.
I hope to have that fixed next week. We may be doing a special live stream later on in the week because we want to test some new software. So stick around for the notifications, subscribe of course, so that you do get the notifications, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You've just spent the last 2 hours with us on the VidIQ channel audit live stream, and we hope with that time we've given you something valuable, because I believe that time is the most valuable currency on YouTube. Make sure you spend that time very valuably with your audience. And in the meantime, we're going to say goodbye. I don't need to ask anybody to wave awkwardly because neither of you can see the screen right now, so I'm just going to do it for a little while and say enjoy the rest